Good afternoon. So your last class is finished?
Good
Yes,
afternoon.
ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So we will start our PME class and just tell me, have we discussed? Let me share the screen first. Then tell me whether we have.
मैम एक चीज पूछना था। एक्सक्यूज मी मैम।
Yeah, बोलो.
मैम हम लोग को जो असाइनमेंट मिला है,
What happened?
असाइनमेंट मैम जो मिला है
Yeah.
वो मैम कौन सा पेपर में करना है, A4 पेपर में या फिर मैम नॉर्मल पेपर में करना है?
करना तो A4 साइज पेपर में है. A4 साइज पेपर
Ma'am,
में. This is your assignment. Yeah.
ruled or plain?
एंड जनरल हमारे
पेपर
नोट
पेपर तो भाई प्लेन आता है ना यार, कहाँ से हो?
तुम करो, आंसर लिखो उसमें. ऐसा नहीं कि रद्दी पेपर में लिख दोगे. A4 साइज पेपर में करो. कोई
नहीं
नोटबुक.
मैम हम हमारा एक फेयर नोट में लिख कर आपको भेजेंगे, नहीं होगा क्या?
Ma'am, plain copy? Ma'am,
प्लेन कॉपी
में लिख के भेज
डायग्राम.
अरे कुछ होना चाहिए ना मैम, A4 साइज पेपर।
Ma'am, actually I have submitted.
भाई A4
I've
साइज
submitted
पेपर
with
हो,
the
लेकिन
ruling
दैट इज
paper.
ऑल्सो कॉपी में भी तो वही रहता है ना.
So, okay. So, no more confusion. Let's
Ma'am,
discuss.
I have submitted in copy.
I don't want any discussion. What you have done is done. I don't know, and it will come to me.
Okay.
Then I will check. Okay. Yeah, you should have asked before. Did have any question?
Yes, ma'am. That day I was to
After
share
you
that
got the
like in writing copy, ma'am. In this class, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, whatever you have done, now I cannot change anything. You have not written A4 size is just. So if your copy is that not that.
लो हमर को ना करे पहले कि A4 साइज में हेले तो
Anyway, so now come to class. Already you are in little lag. So what we have discussed? We have discussed the equilibrium demand.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And we have started shifting of the demand curve and supply curve.
No, ma'am. We have to start from there.
We will start from there. Okay. So we have started the equilibrium point and how you calculate the equilibrium price that you know.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
So we will go for shifting, either one side shifting or both side shifting. Okay. Suppose this is a demand and supply is given. Let me start with the shifting. Okay, so this is your, when we are talking about change in demand, the market for, suppose this is an example that how we will find in equilibrium. In equilibrium curve, suppose the intersection point of demand and supply curve, that is equilibrium point is the point where quantity demand is just equal to quantity supply, or both are equal. And the demand curve and supply curve, as I will give you one example. Suppose this is the market for hybrid car. What do you know about hybrid car? Tell me. What is a hybrid car? What is a hybrid car? Do you have any idea? Am I audible?
Ma'am, hybrid cars mean both the car runs with both fuel and have a battery backup.
Yeah, very good. So there is a situation, just imagine a situation when demand and supply curve of hybrid cars are given, and this is a market for hybrid cars, where suppose it is a situation is that the event is given to you, or the event is increase in price of gas. Gas means gasoline. Gasoline means petroleum. Okay. These examples actually, this man cubic is more or less, we can say that the examples are USA based examples. So they are written like that. That English is like that only. So what we are getting here, suppose increase in price of gasoline. First tell me what will happen. If this is the demand and supply curve of your hybrid car is given like this. P is price of hybrid car, Q is representing, quantity is representing at that particular price how much hybrid car is demanded and supplied in the market. And equilibrium point, this one is your equilibrium point, E. So at equilibrium point, if you have line on your price axis and quantity axis, then we get that the required amount of price and quantity. Okay. So now in this situation, if this is a situation when price of gas or gasoline increase, will happen to the demand of or supply of hybrid gas, which increase in price of gasoline. Price of gasoline. Yeah, gasoline is a related good. Huh? That is, we are known as complementary and substitute goods. Complementary and substitute goods. So, when gasoline price increase, actually what happened to the demand of normal car? The
It
demand of normal
decreases.
Decreases.
Yes, what happened to demand of hybrid car?
Increases.
It increases as it runs with the battery backup.
Yeah, if it is increases, so demand curve will shift which side?
So
When we know that increase and decrease, in case of increase, rightward shift always, in case of decrease, leftward shift always. Okay. So what will happen to the demand of hybrid car? Tell me, demand curve will shift leftward or rightward?
Right.
Right, very good. So if demand curve and supply curve will not be affected at all. So there will be no shifting of supply curve in this situation. So you have to find out always, first you have to think which curve is going to be shifted from the data that is given to you or from the information that is given to you. First of all, you have to see that. In this case, supply is not affected because when price of gasoline increases, price demand for quantity demand of your normal car will decrease. So quantity demand of hybrid car will increase. Demand curve will shift towards right. Second shift, there will be a shift in the demand curve towards right. New demand curve you are getting, but old supply curve. So you are getting a new intersection point. New intersection point. This is the new intersection point. When we can say that this is a new intersection point, new price you will get, and in this situation, so demand curve shifts and towards right, and shift in the demand curve cause an increase in price. What you are getting? You will get a line. So this is an increase in price. Similarly, an increase in quantity. So what increase in price? Price is OP2, quantity is OP2. Original price is OP1. O must be written there, and the original quantity is OQ1. So now right the price of gasoline or gas. Okay, gas price increases or gasoline price increases, then the demand for hybrid car will increase. The demand for people will buy more hybrid cars when they can use by both battery and both petrol, so that they will not depend on petrol alone because petrol price has increased. So what you are getting here, even though the supply curve has not shifted, you see this Q2 represent more quantity of both, more quantity supply as well as more quantity demand. So question when comes like this, you will shift the curve. Now second situation, always be careful for distinguishing a shift in the curve and movement along the curve. You see, if I will say the price of hybrid car increase or decrease, what will happen? In that case, you will find there is a movement. When the product price itself increase or decrease, price of the product itself. Here, this is the market for hybrid car. Okay, this is a market for hybrid car. So, what this demand curve represent that of hybrid car. Supply curve shows the supply of hybrid car. Okay, so if price of the product itself change, either increase or decrease, there will be no shifting of the curve, rather there will be movement along the curve. Either P will fall to here, suppose, or we can say P will increase to here, we can have no shifting in the curve. But shifting in the curve is due to non-price factors, other than its own price. Other than its own price. Remember, price factor means price of the product itself. Okay, market price of the product or selling price of the product itself. In that situation, no shifting will be there. Shifting is there when there is different, you have to remember the determinants or shifters of demand simultaneously. One set, what are they? Like the demands, what are they? Tell me, what are the shifters of demand curve? Who will shift? Always shift in the demand curve. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tell me. Number 1, shifter of demand curve. Shifter of demand. Yes? Input price will not shift the demand curve. Input price will
Number of
shift
buyers.
the supply curve. Number of buyers. Very good. Next.
Future expectations.
Income.
Yeah, expectation is common for both. Direction of change is different. Okay. Then next, demand curve I am asking. Then I will come to income of the buyer. Very good. Next,
Taste.
taste and preference of people. People's taste and preference. Weather conditions. There can be some added thing like ice cream in summer season, ice cream demand in winter season. So weather condition will affect the demand also. Similarly, advertisement. If there is more advertisement, that will affect the demand, not the supply. Directly, whom it will affect. That is why what I want to ask you one more thing. One more thing in buyers. Shifter. Which demand curve will shift? One more. Price of related goods. Very good. Price of related goods. So those students who are actually writing some points in their copy, they can go through and tell. I know. But people are not writing a single thing in their copy. But I am telling you, in economics, you will face a lot of problems. If you don't write in the class, if you are involved in the class, then only you will be able to do better in this subject. I am telling you. Half of your problem will be solved here only in the class. So you have to be concentrating on giving answers as well as understanding the concept. So write also in your copy, notebook, at least the points, if not all the theory, but write the main points, main teaching points. Then only while revisioning that, you will come back to that. This is what
Ma'am, your voice is breaking.
Okay, just wait. What I want to say? Now is it audible? Is it audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Because, yeah. So tell me, what are the factors or shifters of supply curve which will cause the shifting in the supply curve? Supply
Input
curve
price.
shifter, number one, input price, then
Technology,
technology. Very good. Next,
Expectation.
number of sellers,
number of sellers. Yes, very good. Next, hmm, future expectations. Future expectations regarding change in price or future expectations regarding price of the commodity. Price will fall or price will decrease depending on that present consumption means present demand as well as present supply will be affected. For example, if but they will affect it differently because in case of supply, let's when the expectation that there will be a fall in the price
Ma'am, your
of
voice
the
is breaking
commodity of the
again.
good. I don't know. Just wait. Let me go to the window. Maybe some network problem. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So if we are talking about the price of the future price, if they expect a fall in the future price, the seller will sell more. So supply will increase. In case of if expectation that there will be an increase in the price, then the seller will sell less at present, so supply will fall. Supply will curve will shift leftward. So this is case of selling and supply. Now come to the situation, a case of demand. In case of buyer, if they expect a fall in price in future, they will wait. Their demand will fall at present. The demand curve you will shift or draw, that is present demand curve, not future demand curve. Future expectation, how your present consumption or demand is being affected. So if they expect a increase in price in future, they will buy more and more of the good. So what will happen? The demand will and supply will be a reverse situation. That you have to understand. So because in case of demand, we are thinking from buyer's point of view. But in case of supply, we are thinking from seller's point of view. Followed? So now come to the situation when it is a case of change in supply and change in quantity supply. We have discussed this before. A change in supply means when the supply curve will shift. A change in quantity supply means there is a movement along the fixed supply curve. That means this is due to the price change itself, price of the product. Okay. Change in demand means a shift in the demand curve. When there is a shift in the demand curve due to non-price factors, income, etc. So now come change in quantity demand. This is there is a movement along the fixed demand curve. This is due to own price. Of course, due to price change. Price change means price of the product itself change. Then you will have this is a change. Now come to the situation that change in supply. What will happen? Suppose there is a new technology which will reduce the cost of producing the hybrid car. Okay, new technology will reduce. So tell me where the supply curve if there is a new technology in the production of hybrid car, which curve will shift and where? Which side?
Supply curve.
Supply curve.
Supply curve. Which side? Leftward or rightward?
Rightward.
Rightward.
Rightward, correct. So increase because cost of production will be reducing. That means when cost of production reduces, more profit. More profit means more production. So more supply. So what will happen? Supply curve will shift. That is what we will find, that supply curve shift and supply curve will shift rightward due to shift in the supply curve, because reduces cost, makes production more profitable at the given price, supply curve will shift. What will happen? You will get a new equation, a new equilibrium point. So what will happen? Price is falling, quantity is increasing. What you are getting here? Price of the commodity falls, okay, and price of hybrid car will fall and more quantity will be sold in the market. Demand curve remain as it is. Here you see one factor. What you understood here, when there is change or change in one factor only, either demand or supply, only one thing is changing. You will get one diagram. You will get one diagram for each. Okay. For example, let me go back to what you are getting. But when there is change in both demand and both supply, like there is a situation that price of the gas increases and new technology will reduce the production cost. But before going to that, let me draw a simple another example so that you will be able to understand. So let me go back to our notepad and show you the diagram so that we will be easier, it will be easier for us to understand. Suppose this is a situation when this is a market for ice cream. Let me say this is a market for ice cream. Okay. Now what will happen in a situation, event is given. One event is given when this is summer season. Okay, this is summer season, and what will happen to demand and supply curve if it is summer season? Tell me which curve will shift. This is your zero, this is price, this is quantity, this is your summer season. Tell me, this is demand and supply of ice cream, supply curve, demand curve, equilibrium price, equilibrium quantity. Okay, this is your P1 or equilibrium price, EP1 also you can write, and this is your Q1. Now tell me, if it is summer season, then what will happen? What will happen to the demand and supply of ice cream? What will happen to, what will be the changes in quantity demand, quantity supply and price? Tell me, if it is summer season.
Demand curve shift rightward.
Demand curve shift rightward. Very good. What will happen then? Supply curve will remain as it is.
Same.
So what you are getting here? How you will write? This is your D1. You have to show that with a arrow mark, that the shifting. At least 2 arrow you have to put. Now you are getting a new equilibrium point here. New intersection point is the new equilibrium point. What is happening? P2 price. Quantity is Q2. Sorry. Quantity is Q2. So what you are getting? This is your Q1 original. This is your Q2. So when you are getting, this is an increase, this is an increase. You have to show that in arrow mark. So what you are getting, your answer will be, if it is summer season, then the price of the ice cream will increase, quantity demand of ice cream will increase, quantity supply of ice cream will increase, because this Q2 is representing quantity. Quantity means quantity of both, quantity demand as well as quantity supply. X-axis will show quantity demand as well as quantity supply. So this is how you have to show. Okay. Now another question is, second part of it is, if it is price, if price of milk fall, what will happen? which curve will shift and what will be the market effect? What will be its market effect? Demand, supply. This is supply, downward curve is the demand curve. This is your equilibrium price and quantity. EP, EQ. Or Q1, P1 also you can write. This is
Demand will increase, no?
0. What happened? Price of milk fall.
Yes, ma'am.
What will increase?
Ma'am, demand will increase.
Why?
Ma'am, supply curve shift rightward.
Supply will
Very.
increase.
Why? Because that is why I was reminding you all the points which will be affecting the demand and which will be affecting the supply. You have to remember which are the supply curve shifter, which are the demand curve shifter. They are separate. You cannot mix them. So for them, that particular curve will shift. Price of milk is a ingredient, or we can say input of ice cream. Okay, ice cream's ingredient is ice cream. Price of milk, if it falls, what will happen? Profit will increase. Profit will increase means more supply. So that is why supply curve will shift rightward to S1 to S2. Okay, D1 demand curve remain as it is. So you are getting a new point of equilibrium, that is E1. You can write also. This is E, this is E1. So what you will get? If you stretch line to y-axis and x-axis, here you are getting price P2, quantity Q2. So now new quantity is OQ2, new price is OP2. So what you are getting, you have to show this also in arrow mark. Supply will increase, more quantity than before, more price will fall than before. So arrow mark is very important, you have to show. Okay, because in diagram we always get some pictorial picture. So what we are getting, you have to show that with a arrow mark, either upward or downward or sideward, whatever it is, which represent either increase or decrease or remain constant or anything. So you have to show that. So this is a situation when you have to write P fall. In writing, you have to write this: quantity demand increase, quantity supply also increase. Okay, so this is the market situation. Now we will find another situation which we will discuss first, then we will go to that hybrid car, because this will be easier for you. That is why I have come to the more simpler example. Okay, so suppose it is a situation, event is when, that is price of milk fall. Okay, first situation, price of milk fall, and also summer season. Same example, just I am making it little different. So it is summer season and price of milk fall. What happened to market? Analyze the impact on market of ice cream on price, quantity demand, quantity supply. What will happen to P, QD, QS, quantity supply, and general price and quantity demand and supply. So we will find out what will happen. This is your demand, sorry, this is your curve. Let me do this again. Okay, so this is what will be the situation. This is the situation of demand and supply. Demand curve for ice cream. First you have to put 0 PQ initially. Immediately, if you don't put it, you will cut your marks. So this is your price P1, quantity Q1. This is your equilibrium. What is happening? Price of milk fall, so there will be a supply curve will shift rightward. Okay, now the general situation is what we are getting, a general situation, demand, because summer season, this is summer season, and milk price fall. Okay, milk price fall. So what will happen now to demand? Demand will, what happened to demand and supply? First, you have to find out that demand. What happened to demand? Demand will increase because of summer season. What will happen to supply? Milk price fall, then supply will also increase. So demand increase and supply increase. But let us say that change in demand and change in supply is explained by delta D and delta S. Okay, where delta stands for a small change. So you will get three situations here. When we are saying that demand will increase, supply will increase, you will always get, when the both curve will shift, you will always get three situations. What are they? Both will increase and decrease, but the change in demand is more than change in supply. The change in demand may be less than change in supply. The change in demand may be equal to change in supply. Or you can write change in supply is greater than change in demand, or change in supply is equal to change in demand, or change in supply is less than change in demand. So what you will get, two concepts, delta D and delta S. Delta S stands for small change in supply, whereas delta D stands for small change in demand. So what will happen? How we will find out? We will find out that in this way. Let us find out both will increase. So our original situation is, our normal situation is demand will increase, supply will increase. Come to the first stage. What will happen? We have three situations. Delta D, let us say, is greater than delta S. Then what will happen? What we will do, we are showing it in diagram. So it is a diagrammatic explanation. So if you will take the scale properly and draw the diagram properly, you will get the right answer. So you can use your scale and pencil here, or scale and pen here, no problem. So what you will get, this is price, this is quantity of demand curve, supply curve of ice cream. This is your demand curve of ice cream. Delta D means change in demand. We know that this always you have to remember in the back of your mind. Delta curve will shift rightward. Supply increase means supply curve will shift rightward. Both are shifting rightward. Here also you can have three type of situation. In this situation you are getting both are increasing. Both may decrease also, or one may increase, one may decrease. These situations you may get. So for each question, for each diagram, you will have three diagrams, because delta D is greater than delta S. Let's say first, delta D is a change in demand from D to D1. Supply will also increase. You may put it in dotted line. It will be easier for you to remember if it is a dotted line. No confusion will be there. Otherwise, you can put direct line and write D and D1. Okay, so original one is D, here it is D1, let's say. Okay, so supply curve, you will get a new supply curve also, that should be greater than this. Delta D must be, this is your original price, original quantity. We can put it P1 and Q1 or PQ. Okay, now come to the new one. What will happen? Delta T must be greater than delta S. So delta S should be this change in supply. You have to draw like that it is smaller. The gap must be smaller than the delta D. Okay. So what we will get? We will get a smaller diagram which is shifting, will be smaller one. So what you are getting, a new equilibrium point from which you will put the lines. You will get new quantity P2, and what you are getting, new quantity Q2, new price P2. So what you are getting, price is increasing and quantity also increasing. So the general situation here is price increase and quantity also increase. So this is the new situation here for this curve. This delta D equal to this first situation where delta D is greater than delta S. Now you can have the second situation. What is that? We can have a new situation in this concept. Number 2 is when delta D, second situation, delta D equal to delta S. Okay, you just write that for last situation, just write the table. That is the delta D price increase, quantity increase. Someone just write. I will ask you in the end. Okay, price increase, quantity increase. First situation. Second situation, what we will get, you will tell me. Okay. So now we will have, this is your demand curve, supply curve of ice cream. This is your demand curve of ice cream. This is original price. This is quantity or P1, Q1, D1, S1. Then this is price, this is 0, this is quantity. All this has to be written. Then you will draw, supply will increase, demand will increase. But change in demand must be equal to change in supply. So in this situation, delta D first we will just draw D1. Okay, this is D2. Delta S must be equal to delta D. This gap between these two curves. Remember, so these two curves will also get situation. This will be what you will get. This will get the supply S2. So what is T? This remain, because you're drawing it freehand. If you draw it in your with your scale, it will be correct exactly. So what you will get is same, quantity will increase. This is showing an increase. So P same, Q increase. You are getting the situation here. Second situation. Price same, quantity will increase. Followed? Are you getting me? How to draw the diagram? Am I audible?
Yes,
Am
ma'am.
I
Yes, ma'am.
audible? Okay,
Yes,
okay.
ma'am. Yes,
So
ma'am.
this is the second situation. We will always have at least two situations you need, okay? But we can draw with three situations. What is that? We will have the third. We will have delta D less than delta S. Delta D greater than, delta D equal to, delta D less than delta S. Third situation. Now what will happen? This is your demand curve, this is your supply curve, and D1, S1, okay? This is your equilibrium price, equilibrium quantity. This is, sorry, P1, and this is your Q1. This is price, this is quantity axis, this is 0. Then we will come to delta D must be greater than, less than delta S. Delta D curve will shift left, sorry, right. Supply curve will also shift right, because general demand will increase, supply will increase. You will get confused when it is one is increasing, the other is decreasing. Usually students do mistake in there. Each time you have to remember both are shifting rightward. So delta D, this is delta D, D1 to D2. Supply which is less than delta S. So supply will increase, this one supply, S2. So you will get a point from where P1, this will be P1, this will be Q1. This is Q2, Q1, and this is Q2. This is P1, this is P2. Supply will fall, quantity will increase. So price will fall, P fall, quantity increase. This third situation. So what we are getting, what will be your final result? Your final result we are getting 3 times your first time what we got? Tell me. First time what we got? Price and quantity. First time delta D greater than delta S situation. Anybody?
Price
Both
increasing,
increases.
quantity decreasing.
Both increase. Second time,
Price same,
Price
quantity
and
increases.
quantity.
price same, quantity increase. Third time,
Price decreases, quantity increases.
quantity increases. So what we get the final answer or result, you can say. The final verdict result is quantity will definitely increase, but price is ambiguous. We call it is ambiguous. Ambiguous means cannot say exactly, cannot say for sure. But
Same quantity.
yeah, quantity will increase always. P will ambiguous, quantity increase. Okay, so this is the result of or effect on the market of ice cream. When there is summer season and when there is price of milk falls. So this is the situation you can find out the answer like this. Follow? So what we are getting here, price is decreasing, quantity is increasing. If both are shifting, always you have to need three diagram or at least two diagram, because from two diagram you can find out which one is fluctuating. The either price or quantity, one will be fluctuating. Which one is fluctuating is ambiguous. Means we cannot say for sure. That is the ambiguity. That is the ambiguous thing. So when we are finding here, so this is the situation. That is why I wanted to I wanted to tell you that in every situation, in case of ice cream, there may be. Let's go back to our PPT now. So in this situation, we can have anything. We can have uh, when the both are changing, both demand and supply are changing or shifting. You may have one thing ambiguous, either price or quantity, depending on price is increasing. First is demand curve will shift rightward, supply curve may shift rightward, or one may shift leftward, one may shift rightward, or both may shift leftward. That will be the situation. When we find, one will definitely be ambiguous, either price or quantity, depending on the situation. So you have to draw at least two diagrams, because when you are drawing two diagrams, you will be able to find out which one is ambiguous. Follow? So this is how you have to draw, and this is how you have to understand. Okay. Now tell me one more thing. This is the situation when change in demand. We will come to change in supply. Just one more example, then we can finish here. Quick. How there is a shifting? How much time left?
10 minutes.
Okay, then we can go for one more example. In this new technology, in our example, when both change in supply as well as demand. Suppose price of gas increases as well as new technology will reduce the production cost. Okay, what will be affecting? How there will be change in both demand and supply, price, quantity demand, quantity supply. First thing, when there is this event is given, price of gas or gasoline increase, then what will happen to demand of hybrid car? Demand for hybrid car will increase. And what will reduces, there is production cost reduces due to new technology. So supply cost curve also increase. So both are increasing. What you are getting? You can have three situations. Number one, when delta D is greater than, so this is another case when delta D is greater than, here we are getting delta D greater than delta S. Look at that gap. That gap you have to understand, because you are showing diagrammatically. This is a diagrammatic explanation. We are not going for mathematical explanation or any other thing. We are going for diagrammatic explanation. So you have to show the gap exactly according to whether first three situation we will have. This is a situation when delta D, this gap is more than this supply. So you have to draw accordingly. What will happen? You are getting a new equilibrium point here. What is that new equilibrium point? Both will shift right, both are increasing, quantity demand, quantity will rise, and price will rise. First situation, when both are shifting towards right. Now, first thing, this is a situation when delta D is greater than delta S. Look at the gap between the 2D and 2S curve. Okay, so we are getting delta D or change in demand is more than change in supply. Demand is increasing, supply is increasing in this case. Now come to the second situation. In this situation, supply is increasing and supply is increasing, demand is also increasing, but supply is increasing or demand delta D is less than delta S. This is the situation when delta D is less than delta S. What will happen? Then price will fall, but quantity is increasing. Quantity will increase, price is falling than before. Okay, than before. Quantity is increasing than before. Then come to the third situation when there is change, at least in two situations. This is one more example. So what we are getting here in this situation, what we get that price will be ambiguous and quantity is increasing, because quantity is increasing both the side in both the case. So we can say P is ambiguous, but Q is increasing. Q will increase, P is ambiguous. From at least two diagrams, you can understand which one is fluctuating or showing in different trend and which one is going towards only in one direction. One directional change. Here it is both directional change, direction of change is both sides, either towards upward or downward. So this is how you have to find out. There are so many other examples we can have when supply decrease or and when supply will increase, and one curve remaining constant when there is other curve is shifting. If there is shifting of either demand or supply, means one curve is shifting, you will get a constant thing, means you will get single diagram and a definite answer for quantity demand and change in quantity supply. But when there is both are shifting, then definitely you will have to draw at least two diagrams or three diagrams, and you will say one will be ambiguous, either price or quantity. One will be ambiguous, other will move either towards left or towards right. So this is how the situation is. This is one situation of shortage surplus. Now come to the market of hybrid car. We have already discussed. Yes, change in both demand and both supply. When both are increasing, when delta T is greater than, so both the three things simultaneously, what we are getting, demand curve increasing, supply curve decreasing. This is the situation when increase in demand and increase in supply. Supply curve S1 to S2, hybrid car in case of. So this is the situation. You will have three situations for each. Delta D equal to, delta D greater than, delta D less than. So in first case, what you are getting, price fell, quantity increase. Second case, what you are getting, price increase, quantity increase, because delta D is greater than delta S. Now this situation, price fall, quantity demand will increase. So in this situation, you can say P is ambiguous, Q is your increasing. Definite answer is all the three cases quantity is increasing. So we can say quantity supply and quantity demand both are increasing, while price is ambiguous in this case. So you can have different diagrams. I will show you different diagram like this. When both demand, what we are finding here, when both demand and supply are changing, one of the equilibrium outcome is predictable and one is ambiguous. Okay, this is called equilibrium outcome. So one is ambiguous, price either ambiguous or quantity is ambiguous, means cannot say for sure, and another is definite. Now before combining the two shifting curves, predict the change in price and quantity for each shift. Okay, then the variable that is rising in one case followed. This will be a situation write this in your copy. Write this table in your copy. You will draw these diagrams for practice. All these diagrams for each one. This one, another diagram, this one, another diagram, like this. See? Write this table. What we are finding here, this case, this house shows no change in supply, no change in demand. Both price same, quantity will remain same. Now supply increase, so you will shift the supply curve towards right. First you have to draw in each case price, quantity, supply curve, demand curve, equilibrium point, equilibrium price, equilibrium quantity. You will find first initially in each case. What you will do according to the situation. Like in this case, what happened? No change in demand, but only change in supply curve. So when supply curve shift, increase means shift towards right, decrease means shift towards left. You will shift that and show that whether price is, the answer is same or not. Answer means answer will be price will be down and quantity will be up. Similarly, come to the other case when supply will increase, this one, supply will decrease and no change in demand. Means demand curve remain as it is, but supply curve will decrease. Supply curve fall back, will shift leftward. So you will have a new point here. You will get a new equilibrium price, quantity, and you will show that on your copy, on your diagram. Now come to the next situation when demand decrease. This is the situation. In this case, what will happen? This is the case. What will happen? No change in supply. Supply curve remain as it is, but you will shift the demand curve towards right. Okay, demand increase. So these are all matrix. This side and this side. So what you are getting here? Decrease in demand, increase in demand, but no change in supply. So demand curve will shift rightward. You have to show a new demand curve D1. Okay. Now come to this one. This one, no change in supply, but demand will decrease. So leftward shift of demand curve and new price, new quantity you will find out and tell. Show that in your diagram. Okay. But for these four cases, when both are shifting, these four cases means price, demand will here in this case, demand increase, supply increase for this case. This situation means, this house means supply increase, demand increase. You have to shift, get three diagram for each, or at least two diagram for each. That you will draw in your copy. Okay. So I want that this is to your for your practice. So go for all these drawings, for all these situations, and find out whether your drawing is correct or not, your graph is correct or not from these answers. This is the answer table actually. This is the answer table. If your drawing is correct, if your argument is correct, means if you are shifting the curves properly in the right direction, then you will get these answers. P will be ambiguous, quantity is here, quantity will be ambiguous, price is up. In this situation, price is ambiguous, quantity is up. So which one, either price or quantity, any one thing will be ambiguous at equilibrium, new equilibrium, and you can say that one is increasing, the other is decreasing. One time it will remain same. So that will be ambiguous. So at least from two diagram you can say. So you have to draw these three diagrams and find out all these diagrams in your copy. Find out, mix it with your table. Okay. If your correct answer is correct, that means you are getting correct diagram. Without practice economics, you cannot do correctly. So you have to draw these diagrams for your practice. Okay. Next, when we will be giving you assignment on this chapter, definitely you will get some assignment on this. So just draw it so that it will be a practice to you. Homework is that. Okay. Now come to the situation, that is the end part of this. Just go for the summary. Summary we have what understood. These are all examples. Summary is, in our first chapter we understood that principle, markets are usually a good way to organize economic activity. That is your sixth principle. So sixth principle, here we are understanding application. This chapter 4 is application of the sixth principle. Markets are usually a good way to organize economic activities. Demand, supply are changing, economic activities are going on, buying and selling are going on, and it is done at the market. Okay, and price and quantity have changed. Now come to, in market economics, price adjusts to balance the supply and demand. That is your invisible hand of Adam Smith. When the equilibrium price are the signal of which will guide the economic decisions. Economic decisions regarding the demand and supply. Economic decisions regarding buying and selling. Okay, so the price mechanism. So what we are saying, Adam Smith says the market will operate on its own as if there is an invisible hand operating. What is that invisible hand? The price mechanism is the invisible hand which will guide the buyers and sellers to adjust their consumption and selling or production of goods and services. So this is how, and in this way they allocate the resources properly. The resource allocation is done properly. Okay, so this is the summary, chapter summary. First one, what is a competitive market? What? This is the difference between competitive market and the different form of market. In real life, actually, what we are getting in this market is not a competitive or perfectly competitive market. This is not a perfect competition. Perfect competition means large number of buyers and sellers are there, producing and selling a same good or homogeneous product. Actually, in real life, we don't get homogeneous product. Okay, even if you go to buy milk, they will be of different quality and different price. You don't get the same product. We get similar products, but not same products. We get substitute products. We don't get same products usually in normal life. So perfect competition is the ideal situation, not a normal situation, we can say. Perfect competition is a market, but all our demand and supply analysis, what we have done till now, this is all on a ideal situation, that is under perfect competition or perfect competitive market. Followed? That is not in a, what we get in our real life is monopolistic competition, where there is some amount of monopoly, some amount of competition, perfect competition. Because when we find a product, somebody may come with a, suppose link gel. Link gel, if we are talking about homogeneous product, the product homogeneous means everybody is selling blue link gel, blue color, disposable, 10 rupees only. But when we go to the market, you will find gel pen which will have different color, or black gel, red gel, green gel, and price may be different, 10 rupees, 12 rupees, 15 rupees, like that. So real market, we don't get perfect competition, we get monopolistic competition, we call it. Is monopoly means when there is single seller. Whatever he says is right. Whatever he asks the price, you have to pay. That is not the situation also. We don't, that is very extreme situation also. Because that is the situation when we are talking about electricity consumption or something which is provided by a government, or which is, so whatever they will charge, we have to pay. Similarly, monopoly, when we go to a hospital, whatever they charge for, let's say, for blood test, we have to pay. We don't have any choice. We can, otherwise we have to go to some other hospital when we are coming. So similarly, we can say that in normal market, we don't get this perfect competitive. But to some extent, when there is perfect competition or more competition, buyers are always gainer, because price will definitely be less than monopoly price. Price will definitely be less than other market. The buyers will get the product at less price. So whatever amount of competition is there, it is always better for the buyers. Okay. Now the second is economists use supply demand model. Yes.
Ma'am, time over.
Okay then. Thank you. Yeah, okay. Still I don't look at the time. Okay. So this is about it. This is a summary only. That's nothing. So this is what we have already finished. With this, we will start your new chapter in your new class. Okay. I will discuss the summary in the next class. No problem. Okay. Thank you.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, 5 minutes is over.
Ma'am.